right off there.
So talk about Pickerington Central a little bit. Everybody knows they got one of the top two players in Central America. So, or Central Ohio and Devin Royal and Sonny Styles. So talking about Devin Royal a little bit, he's a 6'6" junior averaging 19.6 points a game. He's a top 100 recruit in the class of 2023 and somebody that Pick Central looked at to get him over the top. Also, like we talking about, Alex Sonny Styles, a 6'5" senior, averaging 9.7 points. But that 9.7 points is not what really stands out for him. What stands out for him is his defensive press, and that's a good reason why he's going to Ohio State for football.
It looks like he's really a tough game. They were down.
Now let's meet the players in tonight's game. First, for the Golden Bears of Upper Arlington High School.
So Jawan Turner is only a sophomore. I know Jawan a little bit from all Ohio when he played basketball with us and stuff. So he scored 17 points. So that was his coming out game that I believe. I feel like everybody at Pickerington Central knew that he can do that, but it's happy that the whole Central Ohio, everybody's able to see him doing that. But we're looking for him. They're looking for him to keep that up, man. Scoring 17 points is amazing.
And let's move it over to the Upper Arlington Golden Bears. This is another team. They're kind of top heavy. They're start 5 seniors, led by Quinn Corner and Nick Heath. A little bit about them.
So Quinn Corner is basically their Devin Royal, who do it all. He averaged 19.8 points a game, and he was also the OCC Central Player of the Year. So that right there should tell you a little bit about him and how important he is to that basketball team. And he averaged 19.6 points a game. So that's 20 points a game for Upper Arlington. And like we talked about coming into the game, they all been together since they was like freshmen and stuff like that. So they always been together. So like this right here, what they're going for, and average 20 points, he's one of the reasons why they're here.
And Oklahoma and the Upper Arlington Bears beat Reynoldsburg in the district final 48-43. And it was Nick Heath who led them with 22 points. So we look to see like the big time players step up, and we may see Heath and Corner and Quinn against Royal and Styles. But in games like this, the expectation is you have an X factor that's just not the person on the scoreboard. And who's that player? I know you talked about Turner a little bit. Who's that player on Upper Arlington that you think can give a little oomph?
So that next player, like you talking about with Jawan Turner scoring 17 points last game, I think that player is Nick Heath. Nick Heath is a 6'3" senior who averaged 15.2 points a game, and that was good enough to be second team all district. And he scored 22 points last game to get him there. So we all know that he can score. Like you said, he's a senior, so they've been here before. So I'm looking for Nick Heath to capitalize and do what he do best.
We got an experienced Golden Bears team, and a relatively younger in comparison Pickerington Tigers, but this should be a good one. So thank you, everybody tuning in with Deshaun and I. We're going to get the tip-off right in a second.
Also, to build on what you're talking about our two stars that we talked about, Devin Royal and Quinn Corner, they also won first team all district as well. So that's something they have in common as well as being great athletes.
This is an equal matchup tonight, so I'm excited. And we have Royal and Graves tipping it off, and the Tigers get the tip. The point guard Gal controls it. Oh, alley-oop off rip. Too easy. Devin Royal.
See, that right there, first play of the game. The alley-oop to their top player, Devin Royal, to get Pick Central early 2-0 lead.
Trying to respond. Here's the Golden Bears. And Quinn Corner, we talked about him earlier, knocks down to 3.
We talked about Quinn Corner. He's a 20-point scorer. And right there, he showed you that he can put that ball on the floor and score at a high rate.
And Sonny Styles tries to take it strong to the basket, but it gets blocked. And we got a tie-up.
Arlington doing a great job on Sonny Styles, who, as we see, is not a small guy. And he coming to the basket full strength, at full speed, to be able to handle that as good defense by him.
It looked like he ran into a brick wall. It was like 3 players around him. And here's the Golden Bears taking it back up the court. Oh, we got another 3. Oh, in and out from Nick Heath. And Devin Royal brings it back up. And there's Juwan Turner.
We got to turn down camera 2. Which one's camera 2?
There's Sonny Styles. Oh. Sonny Styles, 2 points. Those are those get dirty buckets we expect from him.
Sonny Styles showing why he won second team all district.
And there's Devin Royal back up. Drives it strong, but gets fouled.
With Devin Royal getting the ball going downhill, he's hard to stop, and that shows why he's one of the top players in Ohio, in America, actually, not just Ohio.
And he's just a junior.
Yeah, and that's scary.
And like we said when we opened the show, Devin Royal, he carries much of the offensive load for the Tigers. He averages 19 points a game. See if he can knock down these 2 free throws. Gets the first one.
So one thing about Devin Royal, he can score all 3 levels. And what I mean by that, he can score at the rim. He can shoot the basketball. He can get in transition. He can handle the basketball. So he's showing us a little bit why he's top 100 in the whole nation. Should be higher.
He drains both free throws. Gives Pickerington an early 3-point lead, but we're just getting started. And the Tigers are picking up full court. Gal handling the pressure very easily. I don't want to try to call up their defense, but is Pickerington Central running a matchup zone?
That's kind of what it looked like.
And Pickerington gets their hair. There's Royal jumping in the passing lane to knock that away.
So another person for Pick Central that we didn't really get to talk about in the opening pregame was number 30, Gavin Hedden. And he's, as you can see, 6'8". He can shoot the basketball. He gets to the rim. And he's another piece that Pick Central needs to get over the top.
And just looking at him on the floor, I mean, when we saw him warming up, it didn't seem like a huge height difference. But them playing it does. That was Nick Heath trying to respond with a long 3, and it was off the rim. And now Pickerington getting a size up down low, swings it back over to Joshua Harlan, but Royal gets it up top from the top of the perimeter. And they're just swinging around on the outside. Sonny Styles down low. Oh, there was a block. Upper Arlington doesn't look too happy about that call. On the replay here, let's see. Did he get there in time?
And it's the right call.
Yeah, he was still moving.
It's definitely the right call. He was moving there. He had to be set. Good call by the refs. I know the fans did not like it, but it was the right call.
And there Sonny Styles has the ball up top. But they're looking at this Golden Bears team. They're packing everything in the paint. We got a nice drive.
As Upper Arlington sees that they're not as tall as Pick Central, so they might have to match up zone right here, which they're doing right now. And they're forcing Sonny Styles to shoot the basketball.
And there he goes with a fadeaway off the rim. That's the shot that they won if you're Upper Arlington.
If you're Upper Arlington, hitting Devil Warrior and shooting a one-legger, fading away from the basket is a shot that you want.
Oh, fast break. Oh, nice look. For the easy basket, Joshua Harlan.
So this is when Pick Central is at their best. When they're letting their defense dictate their offense. When they're getting the ball at the court, they're hard to beat.
Try to respond. And Quinn Corner rattles that one in. Quinn Corner, they have him standing at 6'3".
And that right there is why he's the OCC Central Player of the Year. That man can shoot the basketball against anybody.
And that shot right there got Upper Arlington's fans on their feet. We'll see if the Tigers can respond. Harlan tries to respond. There he goes for a three. He misses it. And the Golden Bears are back in control.
Upper Arlington doing a great job as Pick Central want to get the ball high-low with Devin Royal and Sonny Styles, and they stopped that, so they had to kick it to the wing or to the corner, and they got to hit that shot.
And Nick Keith tries to take it strong against Sonny Styles. It looked like a clean block, but he got the call here on the replay. Kind of got him a little off center with a head fake.
Okay, that's after we look at the replay, that's the right call, as he hit him with the body. So if you hit him with the body every time, if he goes straight up, then that's not a foul. But also, last game against Olatunji Liberty, Pick Central, Achilles heel with Sonny Styles was his foul trouble. So he was in foul trouble a lot. So that's one quick foul right there. He get another, we're going to have to come out probably for the rest of the quarter.
Yeah, and one of those things is like when you're so athletic, you try to rely on that. And he lost his footing a little bit on that head fake, so he tried to catch up. He has to be a little bit careful. They need him on the floor.
But if you're Upper Arlington, you have to keep attacking. Keep attacking him. Get him in foul trouble. You're at your best when Sonny Styles is off the floor if you're Upper Arlington.
And the Tigers, we got some tough defense going on here, the Golden Bears. They're running they have Devin Royal. Anytime he gets the ball underneath the three-point line, they have a player in front and behind him.
You see, the game plan was obviously to stop Devin Royal, as is the right game plan.
There's Deron Turner, and Harlan takes it strong to the basket. Oh, that was Nick Heath with the block. Get up, Heath.
Nick Heath showing us that he's not just a scorer. He's also a two-way player who defends on the other end as well.
The Ohio Media School would like to thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast. This broadcast, along with other School on Air broadcasts, are done by students and alumni from the Ohio Media School and their Sports Emphasis program. If you'd like to learn more about how you can start your sports broadcasting career today, visit onair.com/Columbus or call us at 614-655-5250. The Ohio Media School, learn from a pro to be a pro. Back to the action. And there's Devin Royal, and a crowd of folks get ones to go off the board.
Devin Royal getting his offensive rebound, going to attack the basket. Upper Arlington had to put a body on him.
And Upper Arlington is back down the floor.
But they're making it tough for him.
Oh, absolutely.
So every time he touches the ball, it's tough.
Packing everything in the paint. Shoney tries to get a three to go off the rim. Oh, but Nick.
And this right here
Gavin
Heddings right here is where he's dynamic. He's a 6'8" who can handle the basketball.
Oh, but trying to force it in down to Royal, and there's Upper Arlington on the fast break. It looks like Shoney probably should have dribbled it out a little bit. He didn't have an open shot, but you got to credit the Golden Bears defense. Anytime they're trying to get the ball into Royal, into Sonny Styles, they're just packing it in. There's just no room to operate.
And for Upper Arlington, you could tell that was their game plan. That was their game plan. That was their scouting report. So whenever Devin Royal get the ball, make him uncomfortable.
And just seeing a little bit of Gavin handling the ball, it looks like him. He needs to get some of that wiggle going. They could use another offensive threat, or at least get him going to the basket, or him shooting a couple three-pointers just to loosen up that gridlock that's going on in the paint.
Absolutely. And like you just said, to me, Gavin Hedding is that X factor. And as you see right here, shooting the three ball.
He had a nice stroke to it. It was in and out. Can't be mad at that shot. And there's Royal with the rebound and a foul call.
Devin Royal putting pressure on the defense, doing what he do best, score. When you can't score, you get to the free throw line. That's what great players do. When you can't score, you get to the free throw line. Your three-point shot not here, sometimes get to the free throw line can help that out.
And go ahead and get the first one to go. We look like we got a substitution. Quentin Corner is coming back into the game.
So one thing about Pick Central that they're missing today is they're pretty much their bulldog is what I like to call him, Rasheem Biles. Rasheem Biles is pretty much like Sonny Styles as a football player. And so you can see where that toughness, that physical toughness come from. And they're missing him today. He's out with injury, so that's a pretty big injury for them. That's a pretty good loss for him because he was the key. He was key to their season.
Somebody on Pickerington Central's team's got to step up. They are working with a 4-point lead here in the early going. And Upper Arlington is taking control of the ball. We see a little action. Tries to pull up an in and out. Oh, what a shot. Drew Graves got his defender off his feet.
Drew Graves with a nifty move right there to show he's a senior and he's ready for this moment. Both of these teams know what's at stake. When you win this game, they know what's at stake, and they're playing their way.
Markel Jackson for the Tigers getting his first run in this regional semifinal. We got about a minute left. They're trying to operate against this zone, but nobody's willing to take that outside shot.
So with the zone, you got to attack the gap. Get the defense moving, get the ball moving. You can't try to dribble through a zone. That's the best thing. Get the ball moving, get the defense moving, and get right here, get it to your shooters right here.
Andrew Hedgepath tried to get that one to go. We got another fadeaway from Royal off the top of the rim. He's not getting enough legs on those shots.
If I'm up at Arlington, that's a shot I'm going to give Devin Royal. I'm going to give Devin Royal that shot. Not saying he can't make that shot, but that's a shot I'm willing to let him take.
Right. And the Golden Bears are going to hold the ball for the last 15 seconds. They get it over to Jack Purcell, who's being guarded by Hedgepath. They swing it over to Heath, gets a three. Oh, in the corner, drains it. Now that's the way to end the corner. In the quarter, the Pickerington Central Tigers 11. And with that three-pointer, the Golden Bears at 12. You are watching the OHSAA Regional Semifinals presented by the Warehouse Gym on TKDS Sports. And we will be back with you after this break. You're watching the OHSAA Regional Semifinals presented by the Warehouse Gym on TKDSSports.com. The Warehouse Gym is located at 1110 Chambers Road in Columbus and is a proud supporter of UA Athletics. They offer one-on-one personal training, group training, and student-athlete training. Come visit our supplemental store or visit us at 614gym.com. Back to the action and right off cue. Out the break, Nick Heath tries to get another three to go. He's stroking it. You can't get mad at that shot either.
Absolutely. And before we went on break, as you see, Nick Heath hit that three with the defense on him. That was a pretty good three. And that show you why Nick Heath was second team all district. And the reason why we see right now he scored 22 points last game they had. It's a big part of their offense.
And here's Pickerington trying to get some kind of offensive flow to go. Markel Johnson tried to get a three, but that was Devin Royal again doing work down in the post.
So that's one thing about playing the zone is you're liable on the back end. So you see Devin Royal was there to get the weak side rebound. So when you're in the zone, you're liable on that. So Devin Royal, he's a smart player. He's know when the ball's coming off at, was able to get 2 points off the miss.
And back on the other side of the floor, Pickerington Central was down in a 3-2 zone, and in response, Quinn Corner tries to take a long three.
And it's the right move for Pick Central because those guys can shoot. Those guys can shoot. So if you bring 3 people up and have those 2 guys down, because nobody beating you in the paint, but they're beating you from the 3. As you can see, Quinn Corner can shoot that 3 from deep from that NCAA sign there. So you got to do that. So it's smart on their end. Great coaching move.
We got some strategy going from both coaches. Here's Pickerington Central Sonny Styles down in the post. They swing it back out and strong to the basket. Juwan Turner with the and one. We're going to see more of that out of him.
Absolutely. Juwan Turner, as we said last game against Olatunji Liberty, has 17 points. And like we said, he was a X factor. They need him to be able to score the basketball, and the only way you can do that is by being aggressive. And to get that, got an and one.
And I'm sure the Tigers need that aggressiveness. And like you keep saying, you just need that one. And I know it takes some time when you're not one of the main scorers and it's a heightened game. You don't want to be that one to cause issue. But if you press the action, it just opens it up for everybody else.
And then we have to realize that they do have a Devin Royal. They do have a Sonny Styles. They do have a Gavin Heddens. So they do have a Markel Johnson. So they sometimes they're in the scout report and they're built on trying to stop them. So we need others. Okay, he's not in the scout report, so we need to see, okay, because he can play too, as we can see.
Yep.
And he's doing that, and they need that.
And this 3-2 zone is giving the Golden Bears a little bit of fits. They've extended that pressure to prevent the three-point line. So we just got some action going around on the perimeter.
And I'll be the first to say I'm not that big of a fan of the zone. But if it's a good strategy, if it works, it works. So right now I'm happy that they're in it because it's smart. Because they know that Upper Arlington can shoot the basketball. And it's the same thing Upper Arlington doing to them.
And I apologize to our viewers. You're listening to 2 non-zone. I'm with you. I'm not a fan of zone. It's ball time. You play man to man, but strategy is strategy. And there's Pickerington Central. Devin Royal on the other end had blocked Nick Heath on that 3-point shot. Again, trying to get some action going to the basket, but the Tigers are kind of limited in what they can do. The Upper Arlington defense is just really aggressive and intense to start off. And there's Hedgepath with a 3.
Andrew Hedgepath doing exactly what he did last game. He hit a couple big threes last year. And they don't need that with that zone. The best way to get out of the zone is to shoot them out of it.
Oh, absolutely. And in response, Juwan Turner a little off on that one. Probably should have head faked and took it to the basket.
But that's the shot you want. You want him to take that shot. As if in that zone, you need your three-point shooter to shoot that shot. I'm not mad that Juwan Turner shot the shot. He's got to hit it.
We'll see what the Tigers can do with this extended zone. We have a couple of players flashing. And once again, another steal from the Tigers. Tried to get it to Jacob Snyder. And we have another foul. That's one thing about one storyline early. We're about halfway into this second quarter. As you can see on the replay, another foul for, looks like that was on Nick Heath. And Devin Royals back at the line. And look early, Pickerington Central has 1 foul. And the Upper Arlington Golden Bears has 6. Another foul. They're going to be a 1-on-1 for the rest of the quarter. But the Tigers, you got to knock down these free throws.
So if Devin Royal has one Achilles heel in this game, it probably would be this, because he don't have many flaws. But to take his game to the next level, this right here is what he needs to work on to get better. And he's a great player. And he knows he had to hit these free throws. They're free.
Free throws being free, he gets the second one to go to give the Tigers an 8-point lead.
So the same thing for Upper Arlington. They have to just attack the gap. If you're just passing the ball around, it's kind of like shell drill. Like if you just shell drill, you're just looking, I got here. No, get the ball moving a little bit, attack the gap. There you go. Get the middle, get it to your shooters right there.
And
that's basketball.
That was perfect execution from the Tigers. And Coach Casey calls a quick timeout. But like you said on this replay, we needed somebody to flash. There's Graves flashes up, finds his teammate over in the corner for a wide open 3-pointer. That's a perfect execution to get the 3-2 zone.
Absolutely. Think about it though. Once you get it to the middle is open. The middle's wide open. It's like if you're playing something and you just throw it to the middle. All right, the middle's just open. So and they get it to the shooter. They got shooters, so shoot the ball.
The Lance and Eileen Porter Foundation is a proud partner with the Ohio Media School and Score on Air Network. The foundation has provided food and other essentials to families in Columbus Northeast Quadrant since 2008 and also established the Porter Athletic League, which provides a safe environment for youth 8 through 13 to play sports, study, and work with volunteers from the Columbus Police and Franklin County Sheriff. For more information, visit the Lance and Aileen Porter Foundation.org today. And that was a timeout. And that was a timeout on the defensive side. What do you think their plan is? Coach Casey calling a quick timeout to gather his defense.
I believe Coach Casey, he wanna shore up that middle can never be open again, because he know that's a Swiss Army knife. Once you get it to that middle, it's basically dead. Now he either can shoot that or he can pass that, and you can't lead a shooter, and I can't lead a man sitting right there. It's a free throw shot either. So I think he's trying to figure out how can they figure out this 3-2 zone without giving up the middle.
I like that. We'll see coming back out of this timeout how both of these teams respond. Now we back up to, it's a 5-point lead with 4 minutes to go.
Back about, sorry to cut you off, Quinn Corner. Quinn Corner, you know, he like you said, he's a senior. He was OCC Central Player of the Year. He also scored his 1,000th point this year. So that right there showed you he's a scorer, and he's a great player. So congrats to him for scoring 1,000 points, which is not easy to do.
Oh, no. And we see this Pickerington Central Tiger team get Royal down in the post against 3 players. He still gets the shot up. They try to take a charge. There was a lot of contact, but the ball doesn't go. You got to credit the Golden Bears defense for not fouling.
When Devin Royal gets the ball down low, 3 or 4 up Arlington Bears is just harassing them, making it very hard for them. And they have to do that. It's great defense.
And as you said, out of that timeout, what the Tigers going to do once we see them cutting through that zone? They're back in a man-to-man.
And you have to. Once you see them hit a couple shots out of that 3-2 zone, it's no longer doing the job.
And it's really good defense by the Tigers team, cutting off Nick Keefe on the baseline and got a contested 3, and the Tigers are back down the floor. A bit out of control, but they get it to Royal. He doesn't get it to go. His own putback. Devin Royal doing as much as he can down in the post, carrying much of the offensive load for the Tigers.
Absolutely. And like we said, man, that was one of our X factors, man, and seeing if Upper Arlington can stop that. And as you see, it's not an easy task.
And right in response was Jack Purcell draining a 3, and that's what's kept them in this ball game. They're lighting it up from the 3-point line.
As we can see, Upper Arlington is a great 3-point shooting team. And as any great point shooting team, you have to put your hands up. And, you know, a great saying is hands down, man's down. And
hand down, man down. Jawan Turner tries to size up a 3 of his own, but gets cut off. Looks to his coach trying to set up a play.
Which is smart thing to do. Smart. Settle him down. There's no shot clock in Ohio basketball. Slow the ball down. Get a good play. Get a great play.
They get it out to Royal. Jumping into the passing lane was Joffrey Shoney. Couldn't get it, but disrupted the offensive flow. I can't be mad at either of these teams' defenses. They're not getting easy shots. I mean, the shots they're making, they're supposed to make. You got a couple of open 3-pointers, but it's not like any of these shots are contested. But a lot of this first half has just been defensive strategy and how to respond.
I love the physicality from both teams. They're both playing very physical. Sonny turned the ball over there.
And Purcell telegraphed that. Shoney Styles had his eye directly where he wanted to send it. And here's the Tigers for a chance, and Nick Keefe for a 3. Oh, nice contest from Sonny Styles.
Sonny Styles, a great athlete, is committed to Ohio State for football, but he also can get committed to basketball. He actually got a couple offers from, I think, like small MAC schools. So he's a pretty good athlete, as you see here.
And there, that's, I think, the height and weight difference contributed to that foul. If you see Sonny Styles here, dips his shoulder a little bit on the smaller player. Shet Schneider just takes it right in the chest and falls down.
I don't know. Looking at the replay there, I don't know. Sometimes it's hard when you're bigger. Yeah. So sometimes I lower my shoulder, but no. Sometimes I'm just stronger.
Yeah.
And you can't fault people for being just stronger than people. And Sonny, and unfortunately, he picked up his second foul. There's only 1:10 left, but smart decision by the coach to bring him out. But it's unfortunate because right there, especially off the replay, it looked like he was stronger than him.
Yeah. And it was a good move on his part. I mean, I think one thing that's missing, they need more of him and a little bit of Royal, too, to be more aggressive in the post. I know, like we said, the previous game they were in foul trouble and they're probably a little bit hesitant, but it doesn't hurt to initiate the action.
Yeah, absolutely.
And here the Tigers coming back down the court.
And that's what the Tigers have to do. They have to pick it up defensively. Right now they're playing too cool, too lackadaisical right now. Pick it up on the defensive end, turn your defense to your offense.
And now we have this man-to-man. See if they can stop the Tigers shooting these threes.
But it's the beauty of this right here. This the beauty of playing tough schedules, playing against these top teams. It gets you ready for games like this. So when you play top-level teams, when you play a top-ranked schedule, it gets prepared for games like this. And they're battle-tested.
Battle-tested. Both of these teams are trying to get it going. We got a 5-point lead, but it looks like they're working. 30 seconds left. Oh, great behind the backdoor pass. Teammates working together. Shoney to Drew Graves. If you need execution down the stretch, the Golden Bears just showed you how to do it. And trying to respond here is the Tigers with about 7 seconds to go. Devin Royal, Javon Turner. And there's Harlan with Heath all over him. Doesn't get a shot off. What a defensive response by the Golden Bears and Nick Heath. And that is halftime here for the 2022 OHSAA Division I Regional Semifinal. And you see this last play. Harlan just didn't have anywhere to go with the ball. And Nick Heath all in his grill.
Great defense by Nick Heath. And so, sometimes when you score a basket, that gets you a little hype on the defensive end. And you see that was a great pass. That was a great pass to get the layup before the quarter ended. And also, on the other end, Josh Harlan not knowing the score. Not the score, not knowing the time.
Yeah, got to be aware.
Got to be able to get that shot up.
Got to be aware. And that was quite a response. They were working with like a 5-point lead, but now it's down to 2. The Pickerington Tigers 22, Upper Arlington Golden Bears 20. What are some of the things that you've seen in this first half? Let's start with the Pickerington Tigers. Defensively, we know they switched it up, trying to contain the 3-point shot from the zone to the man-to-man. But on offense, what can they do in the second half to be a little bit better? It looks like they're a bit out of rhythm.
So for me, if I'm the coach and if I see them, they're back in that zone, okay? So I'm not going to keep passing the ball around. I want to attack the gap. Do the same thing that Upper Arlington doing to us. Attack the gap, get your shooters involved, and then get Devin Royal involved as well. So you get Devin Royal involved, get him the ball a little bit more, bring him outside, because every time he get it in the post, they're doubling him. Devin Royal can also shoot the basketball. He can facilitate the basketball as well. So get him a little bit more involved, and you'll be fine. You'll be champions. You'll win this game.
And for the Upper Arlington Golden Bears, now defensively, I don't have any critiques for them. For defensively, they're playing their game. They're making sure they're not getting anything to go down low. But it's going to be the offensive side. So real quick, what can the Golden Bears do on offense that they can get things going in the second half?
For the Golden Bears, just keep shooting the basketball. Just keep playing with confidence. Just keep doing what you're doing. Quinn Corner, keep shooting those 3. Nick Keith, keep shooting those 3. Just keep playing hard, and I promise at the end of the day, you guys will be victorious. Keep playing hard. Doing a great job. Great game of basketball tonight.
And that's us for halftime. You're watching the OHSAA Regional Semifinals presented by the Warehouse Gym on TKDSSports.com. We'll be back with you with second half action after this break.
I met Mr. Porter from the Porter Foundation and our community dealings, just meeting people, good people in the community. He was telling me about a program that they were thinking about starting up, just getting kids involved, getting them off of the street, and just he knew there was a lot of kids in that Fifth Avenue area over at Crum Park. I was a brand new recruiting sergeant, and I was looking for different programs to be involved in, helping kids, especially in like after school capacity or coaching, mentoring space. So I got hooked up with Mr. Porter, and I became a coach. I loved the kids that I had. It was actually my majority of my team was made up of one family, and they ended up being like really good listeners and team players. Some people struggled, but it was just really good opportunity to spend time with the youth over there in that community. And then actually, I didn't let them know I was a police officer right away, but over the time, I ended up telling them, and a lot of people were shocked. But they all, I had already been there. I was told by one of the rec leaders that, hey, if you come back one time, they'll love you forever. Just seeing the progression of my kids, seeing them, share the ball with each other, learning different things, learning how to do a press, learning how to set a screen, making their shots. I love how they look back at me as the coach when they do something good, and I'm like, no, you did something good, keep doing it, and just building with them, just building that relationship. That's probably been the best thing for me. I'm from this community. I'm born and raised in Columbus, and this is a way for me to give back, and let people see a police officer, somebody who's actually, out here doing police things in a different light. You may see what you see on TV. It may be nationwide, different things going on, but at the same time, there are great police officers here in this city doing good works and building with the community. This is what we do. This is where we live. This is what we're good at. Service is number one for us in Columbus.
If you've ever dreamed of a career in the sports production industry, your dream could come true. The Ohio Media School is enrolling their next sports emphasis class soon. You'll learn about all the different aspects of what goes into the broadcast that you watch or listen to. Go from behind the scenes to the front of the camera. You'll also get hands-on opportunities to practice your skills through the Score On Air network. Call the Ohio Media School at 614-655-5250 or visit beonair.com/Columbus.
Can you see yourself working on TV, radio, or social media? As media professionals, we make our voice heard. Call the Ohio Media School and be a part of something bigger than you and me. You'll train and get the skills you need to work in TV, radio, social media, film, and much more.
I graduated and now am working as a director of marketing at a local radio station. My future is set.
Call the Ohio Media School now and be a part of something bigger. 614-723-9675. 614-723-9675.
I met Mr. Porter from the Porter Foundation.
If you've ever dreamed of a career in the sports production industry, your dream could come true. The Ohio Media School is enrolling their next sports emphasis class soon. You'll learn about all the different aspects of what goes into the broadcast that you watch or listen to. Go from behind the scenes to the front of the camera. You'll also get hands-on opportunities to practice your skills through the Score On Air network. Call the Ohio Media School at 614-655-5250 or visit beonair.com/Columbus.
Can you see yourself working on TV, radio, or social media? As media professionals, we make our voice heard. Call the Ohio Media School and be a part of something bigger than you and me. You'll train and get the skills you need to work in TV, radio, social media, film, and much more.
I graduated and now am working as a director of marketing at a local radio station. My future is set.
Call the Ohio Media School now and be a part of something bigger. 614-723-9675. 614-723-9674.
And you're watching the OHSAA Regional Semifinals presented by the Warehouse Gym on TKDSSports.com. On your screen now, some replays from this first half. You see the Upper Arlington Golden Bears getting some of their shots up, some tough shots. That was Drew Graves. They did most of their work on the three-point line. Here's that backdoor cut. Drew Graves again. Real quick before we start off this third quarter, can you tell us a little bit about Deshaun? I'm Candace Allen. I'm here with Deshaun Pate. A little bit how both of these teams got here.
So, Upper Arlington, their last game was against a very, very tough Reynoldsburg, and they won that game 48-43. But before that, they played a very tough Newark team that, that a lot of teams thought would have been here right now. They beat them 61-38, and then they played Olatanji, and they beat them 56-37. For Pick Central, they had a very, very tough game against Olatanji Liberty, 54-49. Delaware Hayes 63-47, West 72-22, and then Westland 71-23.
Ooh, and right off started the game the exact same way. Devin Royal skies for the basket.
And that play right there that's like one of my favorite plays.
That's like the go-to open your quarter play.
And if you read the scout report, I'm pretty sure they know that play is coming.
And that was a great move to the basket, looking for the foul. Joffrey Shoney gets the pass back. He gets 2 points to go.
So Jeffrey wasn't able to make the first shot, but happened to get the rebound again and go up and get the layup.
And we got a lot of offensive action starting out here. Juwan Turner does a little quick pop and stop in the middle of the key.
Absolutely. And that's what we talked about earlier in the game too. Juwan Turner had to be more aggressive in taking that foul line shot. That's what they need, more of that.
And that shot for him is there every time down the floor. They're paying so much attention to Devin Royal. And here the Golden Bears operating against a man-to-man. And there's another back door. Oh, and Sonny Styles skies for the block. That's where that, I don't know what football player's vertical stands on, but hey, you can't pay for that kind of talent.
You can't teach athleticism.
No.
Because
it was beat off the dribble.
Because Drew Graves he had the layup.
It was an open layup.
he had the layup, and Sonny Styles came out of nowhere and put it right on the glass. And, Ohio State football team, Ryan Day, I know he's very excited to bring him in.
Whew. And here the Tigers back, and there's Juwan Turner and Harlan Royal trying to get some action going. And Headings gets it to Sonny, who's double teamed. There you go, a quick stop and pop. No foul, but Devin Royal again doing all the dirty work.
So it seems like Pick Central game plan in the second half, their adjustments was to get Sonny Styles and Devin Royal involved.
And that seems to be the case because it looks like once Sonny gets it, two players collapse on him, and then they're shooting Devin Royal on the opposite side.
You can't double them both. You can't. You got to pick. You got to pick. If I'm going to double Sonny, if I'm going to double Devin, and both of them going to make you pay. I know.
Devin Royal's up to 16 points now.
I know, Coach Coach Holtman from Ohio State boys basketball team or men's basketball team wish Sonny could play for him a little bit.
He's getting all the Ohio State offers. And here's the Golden Bears operating on the perimeter.
Arlington doing a great job running their offense, being patient. Being patient. The type of offense they're running is built on being patient and getting the best shot and not rushing it.
And that's a great word, patient. They're just running a little weave on the outside, sizing each other up, but not forcing anything.
And this right here is when Pick Central is at their best. When they're sitting down on defense, attacking, when they're in their gaps, when they're talking, it's hard for anybody.
Oh, a little bit too much contact on that, Joshua Harlan. But again, like you said, I mean, I think that's the perfect word, patience. They're not pressing the action. They know what they want. It looks like they want an open three-pointer. So they're just weaving in and out, attacking these seams where they can find it. But if they don't, they're content.
Yeah, absolutely. And you have to be. And the best thing about Ohio for some players is we don't have the shot clock. Do we need it? It's needed either there or there, but I'm not, we're not here to judge if they need it or not. But they know that they don't have it.
A pump fake. And there's Quinn Corner taking it strong to the basket.
I'm not sure if Quinn Corner is offer-wise, but somebody needs to come offer this guy. He's pretty good. He's a born scorer.
And doing work. The 6'8". Headings. All the length. Off the rebound.
Remember, we talked about it earlier in the first half that Gavin Heddens is kind of one of the X factors that you can't, as you see the replay here, you can't teach height. You can't teach height. Look at this, going with the body, going straight up for two, and get a little height there.
Yeah. He doesn't look like he had a lot of weight on him, but like you said, you can't teach height, and you love to see a big guy take it up strong. You got a couple of little guys tapping on him, but took it right in the chest and up strong.
So the beauty was crazy for a lot of things that I know Coach Eric Kruger is very excited about is that Markel Johnson, he's a junior. Andrew Hagpath, he's a junior. Devin Royal, he's a junior.
Wow.
Jawan Turner, he's a sophomore. Like, these guys are coming back. Sonny Styles.
Oh, okay. I see you with the spin move. Quinn Corner showing off the move and tries to respond. That's Jawan Turner, but gets called for the offensive foul. I understand wanting to match move for move, but you got to keep your head on the swivel if you're going to do it like Quinn Corner did.
Coaches, I'm telling you, coaches, if you're watching this, coaches, offer this man. Offer this man, he's a basketball player, he can play. Jawan Turner, like you said, was trying to get it back. And rightfully so, because when teams celebrating, teams sometimes be celebrating on the other end. You get the ball back out. Get the ball back out and get the easy layup. But if you don't got it, bring it back out.
Bring it back out, yeah. And as you see on that replay there, Jack Purcell was in position right on time to take that charge. We have a timeout on the floor. We did see Sonny Styles go into the locker room, but it may be blood on the jersey.
That's what just blood on the jersey. We don't want injuries. Never want injuries. And that's just for anybody. We don't want no injuries for these players.
Oh no.
We always want to get through a game injury free. So I'm wishing it just blood, get the blood off. Because one thing we learned is the athletic trainers got stuff to get blood off the jerseys now. So
a new day to just switching jerseys.
Yeah. So I believe that's what it is. Yeah. And it changed. Yep. There you go. There you go.
And start hearing this. We're halfway through the third quarter. The Tigers have a 4-point lead, 30. The Upper Arlington Golden Bears, 26.
So it looked like they didn't get the blood out of his jersey.
If you're looking for number 3, I'm pretty sure people know who he is. He is now number 3, no longer number 24. Sonny Styles will be number 3.
And that's his buddy Rasheem Biles' number, original number. So it's kind of like playing tribute to your buddy who can't be there tonight to play.
I like to see that. We like to see him check back in the game too. Here the Golden Bears. Shoney picked up his dribble a little bit, but once again, the patient Upper Arlington offense is just trying to weave through back screens, looking for the best shot.
Yes, Pick Central, like they're just sitting there switching everything. They're going to switch everything on defense.
And there, jumped in the passing lane there. Couldn't control the ball, Pickerington Central, and the Golden Bears gets it back. But you can't deny that defense. Oh, a little bit too much, a little indecisive on where to go with that ball from Gowell. You like the aggressiveness, but you have to be intentional about where you want to go.
Absolutely. And
the Brick League is coming up. Make sure to check out wearebrick.com to find out more about their training, leagues, and apparel. The Brick League is a proud sponsor of the Ohio Media School and focuses on building character as well as ability. Players include Andre Wesson, Maya Perry, Robert Dorsey, and many more. Brick League, building stronger communities, brick by brick.
Sonny Styles misses a free throw line jumper, which I think Upper Arlington will settle for.
We'll settle for that
yeah,
shot.
We'll settle for that.
Oh, and once again, that was Gowell. His foot slid just a little bit. I think he's moving just at maybe a 1 or 2 miles per hour, a little bit too fast. If he slows down just a bit, he'll be right there.
Maybe the ref thought he dragged that pivot foot, but based off our replay and what you guys at home just seen, looked it kind of clean. And Upper Arlington coach believe the same as us. So.
You know he does.
As most coaches believe that every call should go in their favor.
And once again, you see here down the offensive side for Pickerington, the Golden Bears are just packing it into the paint. There's 3 players around. He's circled Devin Royal. He's waving people away. He's going to take them both by himself, but passes it back out. We got a good head fake. Oh, and what a shot. A leaner.
Andrew Hedgepath, yep.
Hedgepath, that's a name that we didn't necessarily think we were going to hear a lot, but one of those X factors for the Tigers. All the attention was on Royal, gets a player off the dribble, off the backboard leaner.
Which was smart by Devin Royal, and that's right there is his growth as a player to go, if I get the ball, they're going to double me, which means somebody's open. And if somebody's open, they got to hit the shot. And Andrew Hedgepath hit the shot, which was a great floater, by the way. A great floater.
And there was Heath taking another 3. It looks like the Upper Arlington Golden Bears are wanting to get him more involved, but you see here on the replay, there's that leaner.
It was a great play. It was a great play. And when they needed it, they needed a bucket right there. They needed a basket. Hedgepath, who's only a junior. You know, we talked about that as well. He's only a junior. That's a good move from a junior.
The Tigers have a squad coming back next year.
But what I want to say about Upper Arlington is don't settle for the 3. Keep doing what got you in this game by playing hard and playing hard on defense. Don't think you need 3-point basket just to get back in. Keep running your offense. Keep doing what you're doing, and you're right there. You're only down 6, and you don't have to play like a.
Once again, there's the Golden Bears. This is like the 3rd possession in a row, just not really for sure where they want to go with the basketball.
And also, what you said about Markel Johnson, he's an X factor. I believe Markel Johnson is one of the top point guards in Central Ohio. So he's an X factor, and he can also shoot the basketball. So if you get these shooters around Devin, around Sonny, and it's right here, remember we talked about before the half, get Devin out there a little bit, who can handle the basketball. Now they can't come out and double that much. If they do, he could dribble out and pass it off.
And that's looked like what they're trying to do, trying to pull this Upper Arlington team out of this zone. You see Juwan Turner a little bit too aggressive from Shoney. And once again, the fouls.
And that's where having great guards come into play.
Yeah.
Right there, that defense was stifling. That was stifling defense right there. But having a great guard like Juwan Turner, who's only a sophomore, like he's only a sophomore and got that type of composure. He's not like him the big head. He's calm. He's settled.
And as you see here, here's the Pickerington Tigers once again trying to pull this Upper Arlington team out of that zone. They look like they extended it, but we got some action going downhill. Here's Sonny Styles behind the back. Doesn't get his basket to go, but if you're going to take me one-on-one with any player and I look like that.
As you see the replay, just imagine a 6'5" point guard coming at you full speed with his strength.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Under control, composed. He didn't get the air one to go. But, hey, I'm pretty sure Upper Arlington does not want to go one-on-one. If you one-on-one. But if you do want to, get a player in front of them to take the charge. They're prone to get in foul trouble. So you just have to respond to that kind of offensive aggressive.
Which we already seen that they're willing to take the charge. It's some people that's not willing to take charge.
I wouldn't be.
Man, I wouldn't either. Like,
no way.
And I was a decent basketball player back in my day, and I'm pretty big, and I wouldn't really want to take a charge from him.
No.
It's kind of like taking the charge from LeBron. I'm not calling him LeBron, but if man of that strength, nope. No, sir.
Oh, tries to get it off right at the end of the quarter.
We got a good one here.
We do got a good one. The Tigers
as we
33 and the Upper Arlington 26. That's the end of the third quarter. We hear you, Deshaun, about to give it to him. Well, once we come back from this break, Deshaun and I will talk about what we think both of these teams should do in the fourth quarter. Again, you are watching the OHSAA Regional Semifinals presented by the Warehouse Gym on TKDSSports.com. Watching the OHSAA Regional Semifinals presented by the Warehouse Gym on TKDSSports.com. The Warehouse Gym is located at 1110 Chambers Road in Columbus and is a proud supporter of UA Athletics. They offer one-on-one personal training, group training, and student-athlete training. Come visit our supplement store or visit us at 614gym.com. And back to the action in this fourth quarter. There's Drew Graves taking a small little jumper in the paint to bring this lead up to try to bring this lead back into 5.
their camera messed up there, so I'm live most of the time.
Yes, sir.
And as we have a timeout here, and the Pickerington Central fans on their feet, we want to apologize for the technical difficulties. Our staff is working hard trying to get this game to you. As you can see on this replay, Markel Johnson, and one. Get up, young man.
We just talked about Markel Johnson. We just talked about how he was an X factor and just scored 5 quick points right there as Pick Central needed that. They needed that push. They needed that push.
What about this response from Pick Central coming into this fourth quarter? We kind of said that they were a little out of sorts offensively in the first 3, but they ran this 2-man game with Sonny Styles and Devin Royal, and now you have Markel Johnson being aggressive with the basketball. So I don't know what was the plan or strategy coming out of that timeout, but what can you say about the Pickerington Tigers and their response here in the fourth quarter?
Pickerington Central best response was having Sonny Styles be the focal. So it's not that Jawan Turner or Markel Johnson can't handle the basketball. It's just you have a 6'5" mega point guard right here who's handling the ball, who's smart, who's make the right decision. And he knows if I handle the ball, they got to help off me. They got to help me as well. They're not going to just let me walk to the basket. But you kick it, once they help, kick it down to Devin Royal down there, who's showing us that I don't think he's top 100 no more. I think he's top 50. I think he's showing that tonight.
Yeah, and like you said, the perfect strategy going forward to that paint, to have Sonny Styles be a 6'5" point guard.
And like we said, sometimes it's not about scoring. It's not about. He averaged 9.7 points a game, third team all district.
But it's doing all the little things.
It's the little things, and sometimes that's the little thing that matter. So for teams to be state champions.
Markel Johnson doesn't get his and one to go.
Sometimes that's a smart thing for because you get an and one and then you call a timeout. Now you're thinking about that time. You thinking about that during that timeout, them free throws, which was smart.
And Drew Graves tried to respond with a 3. However, we got a foul down low. We'll have Owen Gow going to the 3-point line. I'm still previewing Kurt Van. Oh, I do see him. I wonder if Nick Heath was back in the ball game. He is He is in. He is in, and they'll need him to finish out this fourth quarter.
And I want to say to Upper Arlington, it's not over. You have 4 minutes and 11 seconds left. You're down 11. And I want to tell you, I want to say this, there's no 11-point play. There's no 11-point. Keep running your offense. Keep doing what you're doing. The lead will trim down.
And Gow got both to go, and the Golden Bears pick up full court. And we'll respond. We have a 10-point lead with about halfway to the quarter. Sonny Styles, who's been running the point for much of this fourth, again finds Markel Johnson in the post on the left-hand side. There's Markel Johnson. He's on a 7-point run all by himself.
Yeah. And they needed that energy. But just like we said last week, or we said earlier in the day about Juwan Turner. You're going to need other people to step up, and Markel Johnson is that type of player.
That X factor. And Nick Heath with a long three that was challenged by Sonny Styles. Nick Heath can stroke the basketball, and he has great form, but it's that height, that challenge that's making him get that ball a little bit too far in the air. That's where you see him coming, just hedge him a little pump fake and drive right by him.
Absolutely. Also, Upper Arlington has to get Quinn Corner back involved. You can't have multiple possession without Quinn touching the basketball.
You're absolutely right about that. We'll see what they can do on defense. And the Golden Bears are back in the man-to-man zone. Man-to-man matchup. They're going head up to close out this fourth quarter. And what a block by control it. And the ball is to the Tigers.
So it looks like Upper Arlington are getting the ball out of Sonny Styles' hand. So whenever you get the ball, it's like they're face guarding that. So Turner to now be that facilitator.
And now they get Sonny Styles up on the top of the key. Spin move, finds Markel Johnson, who finds hedge pass off the back of the rim. However, we got an offensive foul on Devin Roy. Style, sometimes that athleticism, what do they call a push in the back? Not a lot of contact, but 2 hands on the back, you're going to get that call.
It's the right call. You can't push nobody off, but I'm not sure if he had to do that. He's walking over people the whole game.
Right. Athleticism has been on display and some skill. Devin Royal has filled up the stat sheet. And off the dribble, there's the man we were looking for, Quinn Corner. Strong to the basket, trying to chip a lead. It's a 46-36. Still 10 points. Here's Markel Johnson for 3 and drains it. If I'm not mistaken, that is a 10-point Markel Johnson run by himself in the fourth quarter. A junior closing out for the Tigers.
That's right.
We needed an X factor. We wanted to see who the X factor was going to be. Last game it was Juwan Turner. Here in this fourth quarter is Markel Johnson.
Hey man, I'm so happy for Markel. He put the work in. I had the privilege of coaching Markel and AAU basketball for all Ohio, and he's showing us why he's one of the top players on his team, and he can shoot the basketball. And he's the type of player that's ready for that moment. And to be juniors, this is all juniors, and it's all juniors and one sophomore on the court. Like you have Josh Arlen, that's a senior, and he's like the only senior. Might be have maybe a couple more, and they have all juniors and a sophomore on the court. That just shows you that the league and the type of dedication and the type of team that Pick Central has.
And we'll see if they can close this out. Here's the Golden Bears trying to initiate. There's Quinn Corner. All day. Got a little floater to go. They'll need a little bit more of that. They're still working against an 11-point lead. And the Tigers have Markel Johnson trapped in that corner. However, the possession stays with the Tigers.
So where he got trapped at, we call that quicksand. That point where you at, you can't get out of. And once you're there, you stuck. And so we call that trapping zone as well. And he was right in the trapping zone. Markel, he's a smart player. He's a smart player.
The out-of-bounds line is a defender, so you have to be careful not to get trapped in that corner. Yeah. And as we previously mentioned, they're trying to get the ball in Styles' hands, sending a double team in to get somebody else to control the ball.
Dribble it out of there, yep.
And now they do have Devin Royal down one-on-one, but they don't go to him. And there's Hedgepath taking it up by himself. Oh, a no look. Oh, they didn't get the first one to go, but Devin Royal cleans up his own miss. A nice driving dish from Hedgepath. Quinn Corner tries to respond, but doesn't get it to go. Not a lot of time left for them to do work, and here comes the Tigers. There's Hedgepath again, Markel Johnson. Oh. Tries to get it down to Sonny Styles. Not really ready for the ball. But it's a 13-point lead with 1 minute and 31 seconds to go. It looks like the Pickerington Tigers are in complete control in this fourth quarter.
And I think Coach Kruger would have wanted them to bring the ball out and run a little offense, milk some clock down.
And Quinn Corner still back there working, got a three, missed it, and took the ball to the basket. The fight's not over yet, and we can't be dismissive of this Golden Bears team still out here competing.
The way Upper Arlington shoot the basketball, this game is never over. They shoot so well. This game not over. They're down 11. They hit 2 threes, and then you're right back in this thing. So. And we've seen this. You see the fans. Some fans are starting to leave. The same thing with the Miami Heat. Yep. Ray Allen hit.
Yeah.
And
they had the ropes out.
Yeah. And then the fans try to come back in, and you can't come back in. It's no re-entry. And in this sports, you never know what happens. That's the best thing about basketball. You never know what can happen. And the way these guys shoot the basketball, this game not over. This game is nowhere near over.
And Juwan Turner gets that one to go. We got about a minute left in this fourth quarter. We got a three, Drew Graves. And there's Sonny Styles, passes it up quickly. Oh, Turner tried to get a oop. So Devin Royal probably should have pulled that back out.
You're right. You're definitely right. Probably should have pulled that back out. But if Devin Royal connects, if Turner
that's an exclamation point.
Yeah, that's an exclamation point.
And there's Quinn Corner working. Gets a free throw jumper, doesn't get it to go. Devin Royal with another rebound, and it looks like the Tigers are just in control and are going to dribble this one out.
And if I'm up Arlington, if I want anybody to shoot that basketball, it's Quinn.
Yeah.
It's definitely Quinn.
And what a performance in this third quarter by the Pickerington Tigers. Initially, it was a two-man game between Sonny Styles and Devin Royal. But I'm going to get a game ball to the X-Factor, Markel Johnson, who went on a 10-point run by himself in this fourth quarter to put this game out of reach.
As much as I love Markel Johnson, I'm going to have to give it to Sonny. I'm going to have to give it to Sonny because once Sonny was the point guard, that's when everything started to change.
Up the floor.
But Markel, you're right. Markel was one who helped. But I believe that Sonny Styles was the one that got him over that hump.
And Sonny Styles, and we can't forget about Devin Royal, who's obviously their workhorse. We're waiting to see his final score of the game, but he's carried much of the offensive load. That was the Pickerington Central Tigers 53 and the Upper Arlington Golden Bears 40.
And the worst thing about basketball and the worst thing about tournaments like this is one team has to win, one team has to lose. And Upper Arlington, one thing I want to say to you guys, do not put your head down. You guys worked hard this season. It's thousands of teams out here in Central Ohio alone that wish they was in this exact moment that you guys was in. So live it up. You'll be back. You'll be back to Quinn Corner and Nick Heath. them guys will go on to college and play college ball somewhere.
And Heath is a Denison recruit, so he's going to be playing ball at the next level. Most of their team are seniors, so we want to say a great season to Owen Gowell, Drew Graves, Jacob Schneider, Joffrey Shoney, Quinn Cornon, Nick Heath, Luke Erickson. They put in a lot of work. Jack Purcell, the seniors who got them to the semifinals, and it was a great fight from Upper Arlington. But the story of this game was the Pickerington Central Tigers. So before we get out of here, they'll be facing off against the winner of the next game, which is South and Gahanna Lincoln. So what do you think about the chances that the Pickerington Central Tigers can pick off one of those two teams and keep their season going?
Well, the chances are high. The chances are very, very high. One thing about Westerville South is Westerville South is undefeated. Westerville South is undefeated, and Gahanna Lincoln has this guy named Sean Jones. So it's definitely not going to be easy. It's definitely not going to be easy, but with that, it's going to be great, man. So Pick Central will play them two teams, and we're just happy to have great basketball. I'm happy. We're happy. Great basketball.
And you are watching the OHSAA Regional Semifinals presented by the Warehouse Gym on TKDSSports.com. I am Candace Allen with Deshaun Pate. Thank you for joining us for the regional semifinal here at Ohio Dominican University's Alumni Hall. And stay tuned for the next game.